Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my another new episode of salesvalley.com, where I'm going to talk about something which everybody thinks that it is a part of a process. It's a part of every successful man. Okay. So let's jump in and understand what is the element we think that is a mandatory thing in our success. So, welcome back. Here, I'm going to talk about the thing which I'm mentioning is here as failure. When you think about success, we all think about our failures, isn't it? So, do this thing really exist? Or is it just a word we speculate on somebody's inaction to do something? Or is it a result of something? We should understand there is nothing called failure. If failure, I can put it in the way that it is not something called failure, it is something called as a result. Why is a man a failure? Because his actions was not correct, and because of that improper actions, his result was something which he was into this position right now. Like in sales, we always say, most of the sales coaches say that you have to fail 10 times before you reach success. Is it true? No, that was just a myth. You don't have to fail. But somebody else say that learn from your mistakes. Okay? Learn from your failures. Exactly true. These are the stepping stone that teaches you something. Let us take something here very clearly. Okay? If you are approaching a customer, if you are calling them, and if he is responding in a improper way, maybe something rude, it's not a right time to call you. What is that giving back to you? Are you a failure? Are you a failure for not contacting that customer? Are you a failure to not getting business from that customer? Think. No. That was just a process which actually gave you an information saying that this particular customer doesn't want to be contacted on phone on certain timing. That's a learning. So what we will do next? Just find another way that you probably go meet him in person. Probably he must be a person who wanted to meet you but not been contacted. He don't like to be contacted on a phone. That's quite possible. So your next attempt is that you write emails, or maybe you try to send him a message and then try to drop into his office. Even if he is not giving an appointment, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. Maybe it again gave you another key learnings that this customer needs some other approach. Okay, then probably when you are actually at the doorstep of the customer, you may be befriending with some other people, like I can say the receptionist, or maybe the watchman, the security. You can talk to them. You can try to find out some of the other key elements which he likes. Okay, and then over a message you can send them that something related to that, so that he will feel that okay, this person has a real interest in me, and probably we can end up meeting that customer. So see, while just calling, we think that this guy, we think lots of things. We think ourselves that we cannot do this. That is the problem. If you think you cannot do this, absolutely true. Like Henry Ford very well said, one read, you are both right or wrong. It depends upon you. You are both right. Either it can be wrong, either it can be right. Both are correct answer. That depending upon you. Okay. So there are histories has shown us lots of wise legendary men who taken a failure as an opportunity to learn. Albert Einstein says that there is nothing called failure. If people actually feared of failure, then nothing could have happened. I would have been not sitting and talking on this microphone. I would have been not coming on YouTube, because it's all by some sincere effort putting that thing in their mind that there is nothing called failure. This is one more effort which you should not do it again. okay, to achieve that process. It is all that you'll have to see the end in the mind. There are lots of personal stories which I can connect with my sales experience, that I will share with you on the actual training which will happen. But think about it. Are you the real one? Are you thinking about failures? Are you thinking failure is that one which is not pushing you? There are so many things which we'll have to rush our mind when we think about failures. Let me tell you another story. There was a young boy who was 22. He started his own business. Okay, what happened? Young age, no education, no proper education, I can tell you. He failed in business. Again, he started a business in 24. He failed. Maybe in the year of 34, he ran for a congressional secretary post. He failed. Again in 36, he ran again for the congressional post. Failed again. By the time, you might be knowing, whom I'm going to talk about. Yeah. He failed for the presidential election at the age of 45. And finally, he became the President of United States of America in the year 1952. Yes, you got it right. I'm talking about Abraham Lincoln. Could he have been the President of United Nations when he think that failure is a result? Okay. There is nothing called failures. They all thought, it's a part of process. It is as good as success. It gave you one more reason that why you should not be doing that. Look at the unsuccessful people. I cannot say the people with failure who has not achieved the real success, who still depends on cribbing upon the universe for blaming the situation of how they become like this. No, they are the owners. They are the reason. Because of their actions only, they have been into these situations. So here, I wanted to send you one message saying that there is nothing called failure. Okay. Very close to my heart, I have seen in my school days, those who have failed, those who are in the backbenchers, have done miracles. Okay. They just got one point, that there is something much better than all this educational stuff. They wanted to do something else, and they understood at a very early point. Okay. So next time when you come across the word failures, bring out the thought that you learned something. You learned not to do it again. So with that, thank you so much. You have been such an amazing audience for me. Thank you so much, and keep tuned. And please don't forget to click and like this video, subscribe. I wanted to give you such valuable information every week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.